Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here for another video. This is going to be another get ready with me because nobody's really suggesting anything. I need you guys to suggest specific things so that I can make more quality, relevant content to you, what you want to see. But first of all, I got a recipe to share with you. So once upon a time at a recital, I can't remember whose recital it was, there was this bomb like taco dip stuff. And I was like in love with it because I love tacos, I love refried beans, I love rice. I could put rice in there. So I like stalked my homegirl down and was like, hey, where'd you get this recipe? Her name's Leanne. I was like, Leanne, I need this recipe. Like, I'm kind of addicted to this. I want to make this on my own. So she sent me the recipe like a while ago. Like, I think this is over a year ago now. But then I asked her to resend it to me because I lost it. I had lost it, you know. So she did. So today I actually like kind of made it, and I'm gonna show you what it is. It's really easy. It's just like a layer dip, really simple. Anybody can do this. Like if you don't know how to cook, but you want to make something really good and really like party friendly or just for yourself friendly, this is what it looks like. I just made this, like literally just made this. Can you see the layers? It's kind of messy. I've been eating some of it already, but you see how it's like got layers in there? Here's a good side to show. So hers was a 7-layer one. Mine only has 4 because I didn't have all the ingredients. So mine just has mild guacamole that I bought at Walmart already made because I'm not mashing no avocados and all that. No. It's already like seasoned stuff. So I have mild guacamole. I have medium restaurant style salsa. So that's the next layer. Hopefully you guys can see the red. Yeah, the salsa. Next, on top I have Mexican shredded cheese. The bag that just says Mexican shredded cheese on it. I got that. And then on top you have your ground beef, at least mine does. My ground beef with spicy taco seasoning on it. I like spicy stuff, which is why mine is all mild, medium, and spicy. So I kind of built it up, started with mild salsa, or mild guacamole, mild guacamole, medium salsa, and then you got your spicy taco meat on top. You just brown the taco meat. You add in the packet of seasoning. It's like real easy, and a lot of people also add like sour cream. You can add refried beans. You can add black beans. You can add pico de gallo or chopped up tomatoes. You can add cilantro. Really, the possibilities are endless for how many layers you can have, and all you have to do to eat it, well, I like to eat like this, is you get you a bag of these scoops right here, because you know they're scoopable. They're little cups. And you just take your dip. It's so good too. Smells good. You just take your scoop, take your layer dip, and you just get on in there, man. And the goal is to get all the layers. You need to make you some of this dip. And if you're a vegetarian, leave the ground beef out. It's still amazing. Because the one I had didn't have ground beef. I added that myself. I was like, I'm literally going to turn this into like a taco layer dip in a bowl. And just dip my chips in. Real fast, real easy. Literally takes less than 15 minutes. Like if you're on the go, if you have to feed a lot of people too, you can make a giant pan of this. Like a nice big flat pan. You go into a potluck or something, and it makes a meal when you add the beef to it. Or you can add chicken, or you can add ground turkey, or you can add, you know, whatever you want to add on top. You can even add bacon bits. Like the layers are endless. So you do you. I highly recommend that. This is a favorite for life. This is a holy grail. I highly recommend that you try and make it. It's real easy. You don't even really need a recipe like I just said. Just layer up stuff that you would put on a taco. And you have created this dip. That's my alarm to wake up. Let me go get that real quick. I don't have on pants. All right. Okay, so On to the makeup. I'm real excited about that dip. I don't know if you can tell, but it's real good, and it's so hard for me like to not continue eating it. Like it's just sitting next to me because I'm about to go to work. I work the night shift, and then I'm working 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So right now it's currently 1 p.m. and I'm just, getting ready. I feel like looking nice today, and that usually puts me in a good mood. So we're gonna get started. My face is already cleansed and moisturized. I use my not Black Radiance, not Black Opal, my Shea Moisture moisturizer, and as you can see, my face is now officially lighter than the rest of my body. So we're gonna go on with something I haven't used in a while, which is the Nars Skin to Tin Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint. And I'm just gonna, I don't feel like priming anything. I got a glowy skin. I don't know. I don't feel like putting on a primer. So I'm just gonna squiggle on a little bit of this all over my face. And this is in Polynesia Dark 1. Let's just squiggle that on. And I feel like using a brush to blend this out today. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And I'm just gonna go in, blend this into the skin. As you can see, I'm kind of dabbing it. I'm gonna go in and do some more small, light-handed buffing motions to really help to blend it out and evenly distribute it. I'm going for I don't even know what kind of look. I know what I want to do for my eyes. My eyes are going to be rather dramatic, so I feel like I'm not going to do a lot to the skin. And they recommend that you use your hands for this product, but I rarely ever use my hands to apply makeup. I just feel like it's messy, and I'm already messy enough with using brushes and like sponges. So can you imagine? I would literally have makeup everywhere, more of everywhere. Like I already get it everywhere, but it would literally be everywhere. Everywhere, 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 everywhere. So I'm just kind of using dabbing motions now to blend this in. I'm gonna go over my eyelids just a little bit, sweepy swipey. But yeah, that dip is so good cause like, bruh, you need to try it. And I just had my edges tied down so that they could be nice and fleetified. So we're just gonna dab this forehead. Yeah, that was plenty enough product. You saw a little bit goes a long way. And this is a really good color match for me. I feel like once summer hits and I go to the pool for a good hour, like all my foundations that were like too red on my skin look great. Because when I first got this, it was a little too red on my skin. Like you can see my first impression video on it. It was way red on my skin. But once I get deeper and darker and more chocolate, I can pull off like all my foundations. Like they all look real good, except the ones that are too light and too yellow. Okay. So just using dabbing motions to continue to blend this into the skin. As you can see, it has pretty good coverage. Some people say this has sheer coverage. I feel like it has a nice, like, basically almost full coverage because I can't really see my imperfections peeking through with this like I do with some other foundations. So I think using a brush and dabbing definitely helps. Alright, so we have the foundation on, or the Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint in Polynesia Dark 1. So it looks like, see, Polynesia Dark 1. Now I'm going to need to set this, and a powder that I've been loving to set my makeup with is this Lasting Matte Pressed Powder from the Covergirl Queen collection, and I use the shade Medium Deep Q425. I have been loving this as of late for setting my foundation. So we're going to do that, and we're going to use this brush from e.l.f. It's like one of their buffing blending brushes, and I'm just going to press this powder into the skin all over the face. I normally don't use this brush for applying powder, but it's very dense and I like how big it is. And it's got a curve, kind of a curve to it. I feel like it's really good for pressing powder into the skin. And then for like lightly buffing after you've pressed it in. But yeah, I've been loving this powder. Loving it. It really does have lasting mattification powers. It's been one of my go-tos as of lately. All right, hand, you're my go-to. And the color match on this powder is great as well. Another reason why I like it so much. I feel like any foundation that's kind of like the wrong color or just not matching with my body well, I add this powder on top and it just instantly makes it all better. You make me better. All these songs that just randomly pop into my head. The only thing I don't like about using the Nars Sheer Matte Skin Tint, whatever it's called, Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint, is that I tend to crease in the forehead when I wear it before I set it. So that's why I'm like really going in with this powder. Like I'm going in like really packing it on like I normally do because I have oily skin. I didn't use a primer today. I just moisturized. I didn't feel like using a primer. But we're using a velvet matte skin tint with a lasting matte powder. And I'm going to be indoors, so I'm not going to be like sweating or anything. So I think we'll get a really nice finish with this combo. So as you can see, I'm really just being extra and kind of going ham with this powder. Do people even say that anymore? Going ham? Going in? Making sure that I get done here as well. We don't want any lines of demarcation. Go ahead, go over your ears. Okay. You can see that we have our base on. Let's do a little bit of bronzing. What brush would I like to use for that today? Let's use a brush I haven't used in a while. So I used to use this for blush, but I think I'm going to try it for like contour bronzing. And what powder do I want to use for that today? Let's use the Maybelline Fit Me 360 powder in Mocha, 360 Mocha, and we're gonna just swirl some of that on this brush. Yeah, this should be good. And I'm just going to, oh yeah, I like this brush for this. Apply it right under my cheekbone. Do y'all see that? How it's making a nice shadow? Like this comes off really like cool toned ashy on my skin, which is why I think it makes a great contour because I am darker. And this brush works really well because it's nice and soft and kind of fluffy, so it's not giving a super harsh line, which I like that. Because a lot of times I feel like some of my other brushes, like it just comes off a little bit too harsh and I have to do a lot of extra blending and stuff, which I don't want to do. So this is working great for that. I'm so glad I made this dip. Like y'all don't understand how happy I am that first of all, God woke me up an hour earlier than I set my alarm. So that was the first blessing because if I hadn't waken up as early as I did, I wouldn't have had time to like actually like restyle my ponytail and like slick my edges down and sit here and, you know, talk to you guys and take my time on my makeup. Like I would have been rushed. I wouldn't have had time to actually cook the ground beef and like make the layer dip. I would have just had to like make a sandwich, which I wouldn't have been as satisfied with that because I love to eat and I love to eat, and I like to eat well. I like to eat things that are good. I like to splurge on food, you know, like I'm all about that food life. All about it. So I woke up an hour earlier than I needed to. I feel like I have energy as well. I'm probably gonna make some coffee, and I don't know. I might just bring some tea bags with me and have some tea while I'm at work. Because I really like my tea. I've been drinking tea multiple cups a day, almost every day, since I got my peach tea. Because that peach tea is so good from Big Lots. I think I showed you guys in one of my videos the tea I'm drinking. So I'm also using this to lightly contour my nose. Oh, yesterday at the pool I met some ladies from Germany. And they told me that my German was really good for somebody who hasn't spoken it in a while. And they were like shocked at like, you know, I told them I lived there from birth until 8 years old and where I lived and, you know, stuff like that. And we had like a short miniature conversation in German. And like they were like, your German actually is pretty decent, you know, for somebody who's not like a German, you know. Like I don't go around here claiming that oh yeah, girl, I'm German because I was born there. No, boo boo, I'm black. Thank you. So yeah, that was fun though, talking to them, you know. Du kommst aus Deutschland? Ich komme aus Deutschland auch. Aber mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Nicht so gut. Ich spreche ein bisschen. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. And they're like, okay, girl. So, you know, I'd like to become fluent again, but actually during the summer would probably be the best time for me, but I would need like a personal tutor that I could just like call up like, hey, I'm ready to study German. Like, are you available? And I wouldn't want to pay anyone either. Like, I'm not about that. I can't, with this new apartment and stuff, I can't pay anyone. But, you know, maybe one day I will be fluent in German again, and maybe I'll go back because I haven't been back since 2000. I think is when we moved to the U.S. 2000, 16 years ago. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. 16 years ago, or maybe it was in 1999. I don't even know what month it was because I was only 8 years old. I don't remember that far back. But yeah, I'm also like tapping this onto my forehead to kind of contour that, but I don't want to mess up these edges though. Yes. Come through edges. I have a giant forehead, so I feel like I need to put a little bit of this up there today. Usually I haven't really been worrying about it. I haven't really been contouring all that stuff, but today I feel like doing it, so. And I love this color. I feel like this color works really good for my skin tone, especially if you're a darker lady like me. I feel like this will be great. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna use one of my foundation powders as kind of like a blush. We'll see how that goes. But I want something that's a little on the warm side or a lot on the warm side. So I think I'm gonna take this Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo powder foundation in the shade Deep 72, which I think is her darkest shade. And I wanted to use this as a powder foundation, but it is so red. And let's see if it's still red on my skin. So I'm gonna use the same brush and just, I forgot how pigmented this stuff is and how soft it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna use this to blend out the contour and kind of add some warmth to my cheeks. And actually, this might actually be able to be a powder foundation for me now, but I'm using it to kind of blend out the contour. And this adds like an amazing amount of coverage. Hopefully you guys can see how that kind of just softened it up a little bit. Yeah, this is actually pretty good skin tone match for me now. See, the pool works wonders. So I'm just gonna kind of dust a little bit of this over my entire face, kind of. It's just going to add a little bit more coverage. And you can also use it to clean up your contour. A little bit, which I'm going to use it for that. Do 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 boo do boo do boo. Okay, so really liking that. Now I know that I can wear this. So that means we need a real blush. And I'm gonna do some really colorful, powerful eyes. So we're gonna use this blush in Raspberry from Black Radiance. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use this same brush. And normally I like to do my highlight, then my contour, or contour, then highlight, and then blush, but I'm just kind of going with the flow today. Whatever is popping out of my basket next to me first is kind of what I'm going with. So I saw the blush right there on top, and this is Black Radiance Raspberry, which is going to look really nice with this eye look, I think. As you can see, it's a nice berry tone blush. It's real pretty. Deeper skin like mine. Boom. There we go. We're definitely blushing. We're blushed up. Okay. Gonna put that back. So now time for highlight. And I think I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette to highlight with. And that's also what I'm going to be using on my eyes. So, and I definitely want to use Vermeer. I really have been loving this color. And I wore it as a highlight to the pool yesterday. And it's like, boom, pow. Boom, pow, the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on. And you remember that song? I really like that song. I don't even know if those are the correct words, but it goes like that. Anyways, we're going to take a Vermeer and use that to highlight the face, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. small stipple brush to pick some of that up, pick it up, and it's very pigmented. So, so I'm using very light pressure. When I use eyeshadows as highlights, I use extremely light pressure because if you don't, it will come looking like a streak on your face, like just a streak of the highlight. But we want it to blend. I should have used a smoothing primer. I've been experiencing like large pores and just like random breakouts as of late in my life. But you know, I feel like eating this guacamole and this dip is gonna help me out. I just feel like it's just gonna really just enhance my life today and just bless me. And I'm just really excited for it. Do y'all see that glow? Do you see it? Anastasia glow kit where? Father's Day is coming. I think I have to work Father's Day 3 to 11 p.m. But I think my father's gonna get a nice phone call this year. I always like go out for Mother's Day, but not for Father's Day. Like I'm usually just, I don't know. Like it's not that Father's Day like catches me by surprise, but like I be planting for Mother's Day. Like I be budgeting for Mother's Day because my mom is my favorite person. But Father's Day, I'm like, oh, you know, I can wait. And then that time comes, and I'm like, yo, I'm like broke. So Dad, you're gonna get this good phone call. But my dad understands. Like that's the thing. My dad, we have this understanding. Like he's like, the best gift you can give me is to try to become as financially independent as possible and to get your degree. Like, he tells me that all the time, which is happening, you know, it's like actually in sight now. So I feel like I am giving him that gift daily, you know, working full time and stuff. So I think he's fine. Like, he doesn't take it begrudgingly that I can't get him a gift or whatever. But yeah, I'm still using this eyeshadow. I'm also going to place it, you know, in the brow area. And I'm glad I did it before I did my brows. I don't even know what I'm going to wear today, but I'm definitely going to match it to my eye look. I might get like super cute today and get somebody to take a picture of me. Just depends. I'm in a good mood, as you can tell. That dip, yo, just like food, just And I listened to a lot of Heather Lindsay last night. I've been watching a lot of Heather Lindsay and Daphne. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Is it Daphne or Daphne Medare? I can't remember her last name. But they're like two women that do a lot of like devotionals and preaching. Of course, everybody knows who Heather Lindsay is. And Daphne, I can't remember her last name. I think it's Daphne is how you pronounce her first name. But I think she lives in London. She definitely lives in Europe. But I've been watching a lot of them, just, you know, trying to stay focused on God and not stray off this path that I've been on. Because I've been doing really, really good since last summer. As you guys know, I made so many like biblical videos last summer, and I did a lot more Christian living videos, but as of late, I've been more on a personal journey than like sharing with others' journey. So, but if you want to hear more about that, let me know below, because I was like going in like doing a book a week or a chapter a week or something. And I might do a video about like my favorite Bible verses and why, because I shared that actually on one of Heather Lindsay's videos, her most recent video, which I can't even remember the title of the video. What are you? Are you contaminated is the one before the one I watched last night. I can't remember what it was called. I remember what it was about, but I can't remember what it was called. But either which way, it was really good, and you know, I've just been trying to stay focused on God and my relationship with Him, and just being that Christian woman that my parents raised me to be, and that I need to be for whoever I marry, if I get married. But just the Christian woman that I need to be in general in order to be pleasing in God's sight. So, and I'm really big on like not being a hypocrite. Like, I like to joke, you guys can tell. I like to joke around, you know, I have my fun and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, I try not to be too worldly and too secular, because we're called to be different as Christians. So that doesn't mean you have to be boring. You can still have fun. You can still joke. You know? You know what I mean? How do we even get on this topic? Anyways, I'm still highlighting my face. I take my time because the stuff is really pigmented, and it can end up being a disaster real quick if you use too heavy of a hand or you use too much product at one time. And I get so many compliments on my highlight when I wear these eyeshadows as highlights. Like, she did that with this palette. Like, I already know the eye look I'm using. I know the colors. Like, I'm ready to go. So we ain't wasting no time today. Once I'm done highlighting, I'm going to go right into the eyes, and I'll come back to like my brows and stuff. I'll do that later. But now I'm just like making sure that my highlight is like extra highlighted right in this area right there. All right, so I think I'm finally done highlighting. I'm actually gonna put whatever's left over in the center of my forehead. Just something you don't see me do, highlighting my forehead. But I think it was Ellery. She had this beautiful picture where she had like the center of her forehead like really highlighted. And I was like, that is beautiful in photography. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm not gonna do as much as her, but whatever's left over, I'm kind of just sweeping right here in the center of my forehead. All right, yeah, that's a nice balanced glow. So onto the eyes. We're gonna start with our crease, our like transition color, and I'm gonna use the brush from the palette. And the first color we're gonna use is going to be burnt orange mixed with a little bit of real gar. Hopefully y'all can see that. So we're taking burnt orange right here and real gar. I'm gonna tap into both and just blend those into the crease using the fluffy side of this brush. I know a lot of you like request I get closer. I'm literally just tapping into both like this. Tap, tap, tap. And just blend that into your crease, a little bit above the crease. These are going to be like our transition colors. Burnt orange and real gar, which are the two like orange tone shades in here. And as you can see, I'm kind of doing this very messily. I'm trying to get closer for it so you guys can see better. But you just want to put that right in there. Do 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 do. Time for the other eye. You guys can see I'm kind of building up the pigmentation. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off real quick because I don't need it while I'm here because I ain't got none, bruh. There's like the city Wi-Fi, but it's not very good and it moves super duper slow. It's called Rock Hill Rocks, which I think is funny. But I don't like to use it, so I just wait till I go to work in order to use the internet, which is where I upload all my videos at work. Alright, so I'm still taking burnt orange and real gar and blending those into the crease as a transition color. Hopefully y'all can see that. As you can see, my palette's really dirty, but because it's so light pink, it helps kind of make the light, I don't know, like you can see things better when I hold it up. So just ignore the dirt, focus on the eyeshadow. Okay, I feel like we've got that laid down. So next, what we're going to do is take Love Letter, and I'm going to use a different brush for that. One that's a little bit more pointed and domed. We're going to take Love Letter, which is one of the shadows I haven't used from this palette yet, and we're going to start to put that in the socket crease, like a little bit lower into the crease. And it's just that beautiful, like magenta, berry shade. There we go. So pretty, right? I think it'll look really good with this blush, so I'm excited. So I'm just going to take that, oh, okay, girl, and just start to blend that into the socket area of my crease. I went a little bit too high up already, like when I first put the brush in there, but I'm using kind of the tip of the brush to really place this color into the socket of my eye. And go ahead and go all the way in with this color. Like come all the way over here with it. Love Letter. I'm coming all the way in that socket area. Of course, not as pigmented in here, but still got some good, nice color payoff. So that is what the eyes are looking like. Right now, we're going to take another shadow. That's just so pretty. I love this color. It's really pretty, really flattering. So now we're going to go back. and mix Real Garden Burnt Orange and blend out the edges of this just to make sure that we have no harsh lines. Everything is nice and soft and blended. So I'm just going over the very edges of this color with the same brush and the same mixture of the two shadows just to make sure that nothing is super harsh. Alright, so that's what we've got going on. Next, we're going to go into red ochre and deepen up the crease even more. I'm going to use another brush, another one. I'm going to use this domed pointed brush, and we're really going to take red ochre and really deepen up, and I'm going to start on the outer corner, like next to the lash line. And I got this technique from Nicole Guerrero. And I'm just going to layer this. So I don't want to cover up all of Love Letter, but we're basically going in the same area with red ochre. But really working this in. Can you see the layering effect that we're getting? And I'm going to go in with this. I'm also going to come on this side. Again, this is the shade Red Ochre. It's really beautiful. And the goal is to not cover up all of Love Letter, but kind of go right underneath it and next to it. And of course, after you put that color down, you want to go back into Love Letter. You see the process, like you add a shadow, then you go back and add a little bit of the shadow from before. So I'm taking the same brush I used to apply Love Letter, and I'm just going to go right on the edges of where we just applied red ochre to blend everything together and make sure that everything is still there. Like so. So you see, kind of see how we have like all these colors. And I'm kind of doing a halo eye because you can see that I have color on the inner corner, the outer corner, but the centers of my lids are kind of what's there. So I'm going back into red ochre just to make sure that this area, the color is showing. Right in this area. I'm also going to take a little bit more Love Letter to make sure that that is on the edge. Hopefully y'all can see that. I'm going with more red ochre because I really do like this shade, red ochre. It's really pretty. I'm just kind of really focusing these on like the sides. And if it gets on the middle, that's okay. So that's how that's looking. So while we're here, I'm going to take red ochre on the same brush. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom lash line with this brush because it's nice and pointed and it's very dense. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the bottom lash line. I can't remember whose video I watched that kind of inspired this look. I think it might have been Ellery and Nicole Guerrero. They both did a look using this palette. I think Ellery's one is more accurate though because I'm just kind of switching a couple colors but using the same process as she used. So taking this red ochre and putting that down here. And then I'm going to go right into Love Letter using the same brush, not even wiping it off. I'm just going to go a little bit underneath of that on the outer half with Love Letter. It's like more pinky. Red ochre is more red, love letter is more magenta pink. Like so. So that's what we have so far. Sorry, I thought I had an itch on my head. So now for the lid, we are going to use the color that we use to highlight our face, Vermeer. And I'm going to use the brush that it comes with in the palette. And it's that beautiful shimmer right there that I used to highlight my face with. And that's what we're going to put in the center of our eyelid. And I'm going to go ahead and blend and apply this. And it looks super bright. And just really nice and sparkly and really pretty. I'm gonna be so tired when I get off work today, like so tired. Because I literally only got like 5 hours of sleep. If that, 4 hours? We'll say 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 hours of sleep. Because right after I got off work, I had to go grocery shopping so that I could cook the food I made today. But let's focus on this eyeshadow. So I'm putting Vermeer right in the centers and I'm blending it into the red ochre. Hopefully y'all can see that. And I'm not taking it up very high, but I'm just kind of tapping it and blending it, like softening the edges. But this is just supposed to be like a center of the eyelid kind of highlight. Boom. And now I'm going to take a small brush and place this Vermeer color into my tear duct. The same shadow we were using for this very center of the lid. I'm going to put that right in the tear duct area. But this helps tie it together a little bit more. And I'm kind of blending it onto the lower lash line a little bit. Like so. And now I'm just going to take this brush, and I'm going to take just a little bit of red ochre on this brush just because it's fluffy and really soft, and I'm just kind of blend right into the edges of where we just applied Vermeer to the lid, just to make sure that it's still present right in the inner corner. Yeah, I feel like that made a difference. And then I'm going to go into Love Letter with the same brush and just kind of go right in the crease above it. Right in that area. Just to make sure that I still have all my colors present and showing. And then I'm not going to wipe it off. I'm going to dip into Real Guard and Burnt Orange, kind of do the last final touch-ups. And I'm going to blend out around the edges. just to make sure that everything is coming together the way it's supposed to. There we go. Now you can see the eyes better. So now it's time to tight line with black on the upper and lower lash lines. Yeah, this is really pretty. Tight line with some black, 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 black eyeliner. Do, boo, 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 boo. Yeah. Okay, just kind of getting some other things out that I'm gonna need. So to do the upper lash line, I'm gonna use this Kat Von D Tattoo Ink Liner, and I'm just gonna keep it real close to my lash line. And just do a really thin black line. Like so. Just so I can add a little bit more definition to the eye. And add a little bit of drama to the eye. Without doing too much. So I'm not going to do a wing line or anything. I'm just doing a simple line right across the top. Hopefully y'all can see that. I'm using really the side of this felt tip liner to really just lay a really thin line. You see that kind of adds to the eyes. And I thought I was going to do black in the waterline, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it as it is. So we're going to add our mascara. I'm going to use the Covergirl, the SuperSizer. I'm going to apply this to upper and lower lashes. Really focusing on the upper lashes though. I really love the way that this eye look came out. Like, it is so pretty in person. On camera, I don't think it's getting 100% of its full justice and lusciousness. But in person, this is beautiful. This is like giving me date night, Valentine's Day type vibes. I got a little bit of mascara on my actual eyelid. I should let it dry, but I'm just kind of gonna blend right over that. Hopefully. Do you see that? Boom. Like, whoa, girl, who that? Who this? But yeah, while I'm at work, I watch a lot of sermons. I watch a lot of tutorials, and I love Good Mythical Morning. I love Latoya's Life. Like, I watch a lot of different YouTube channels. I try and get it all in there. I need to find something else to watch on Netflix because I finished. Oh, well, Orange is the New Black is out. But, you know, speaking of like keeping our mind focused on God, I don't think I should watch the show anymore. Like, because it's obviously very secular. And there's just a lot of things in there that, as a Christian woman, I really shouldn't be, you know, devoting that much time and my energy to watching a whole season of that again. I think I watched all of season 1 and season 2 and part of season 3. Are we on season 4 now? Whatever season we are. I watched, I think, all of the episodes of the first two, and then only part of the one that came out before this most recent one. It's not that I don't like the show, I do, but you know that verse, it's in Philippians. I'm pretty sure it's in Philippians 4. You know, whatever is noble, whatever is lovely, whatever is kind, whatever is basically those types of words. Think on these things, and that's not exactly noble and lovely and kind, some of the content in that show. So and just like what kind of images am I putting in my mind? So I probably won't be watching that. So if you have any other suggestions, I don't know. I don't think I really can get into like How to Get Away with Murder or what's that one with Kerry Washington or Scandal. Like those are not the type of shows that I'm into. So I like Sherlock. I loved Jane the Virgin, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That was funny. I like Pretty Little Liars. I love The Fosters. I love Switched at Birth. Those are kind of more my shows, like ABC fam type shows. All about that ABC family. All right, so you see how this mascara is like transforming this look, and we're also gonna put some on the bottom lash line. Not lash line, bottom lashes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Philippians 4. I'm thinking that Philippians is probably my favorite book of the Bible now as I get older. I don't know. I have a lot of favorite verses. I actually just tweeted them the other day, but I'm thinking if I had to choose one book of the Bible, I think Philippians is probably my favorite. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's so many other books. I don't know. I'm really into like the smaller books, though, of the Bible instead of like the massive ones like Matthew, Proverbs, Psalms. I like the ones that have less than 10 chapters. I like Galatians. I like Ephesians, Philippians. Somebody told me they didn't know the New Testament Bible song the other day, and I was like, what? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and the letter to the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus and Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd Timothy, no, 1st and 2nd and 3rd John, Jude and Revelation. I feel like I missed some, but that's basically how it goes. I was like, you don't know that song? Because I have a friend named Roman, and then I have a friend named Titus, so every time I see them, I'm going to start singing the song. I think those are them. Bruh, I need to figure it out now. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts and letter to the Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Jude, and no, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and, oh, wait, what? I know this 1st and 2nd and 3rd John, Jude and Revelation, right? This is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, right? Now I need to look it up. That's on my Bible app. That's actually probably the fastest way to figure that out. 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd Timothy. Isn't that 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, Jude, and Revelation? Jude. Now I'm like questioning my whole like everything now. And I can't remember the last few books in order. Or if they have a 1st and 2nd or a 1st and 2nd and 3rd. I know Revelation in the end and Genesis is the beginning. Hallelujah to that. Amen. But yeah, I don't remember the Old Testament like Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd Kings, 1st, 2nd Samuel, 1st and Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs. Hezekiah, Nehemiah, is it all the Kaias and Habakkuk and all them peoples, Zephaniah. That's probably not even a book of the Bible. Yeah, I need to refresh on all that. It's like something I did when I was in elementary school. Like I remember being drilled into me, like, but it was fun. Like we would sing songs and stuff. There's an Old Testament song too, but I don't know how it goes. But yeah, I've literally been putting mascara on for like centuries now. But you know what? My eyes are so cute today. I feel like I should do a wing now that I have my like mascara on. Whenever I wear a wing liner, I think of one person now, and that person is Connie Shin, if she ever sees any of my videos. When I wear a winged eyeliner, I'm like, oh, I'm doing a Connie. I love her. She's so gorgeous. I think she's like so beautiful. We were supposed to do each other's makeup, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I think I am going to add a little bit of a wing. What if I just do this? Like it's not connected to anything. Like I literally just kind of drew a wing. There's like something on the tip of this that is making my wing not so sharp on one side. Take the guys off. Now it's on my fingertips. But on this side, it's not as sharp as I want it to be. Okay. I like that. I don't even know if it connects. This one does. I should connect it. Okay. That one connects. So we did a little bit of a wing. Now I just need to blend. Where's that brush I had that I'm looking for? Where put it? I'm so ready to eat that dip. Watch me dip, dip, watch me nay nay. But because I touched right here, it kind of like faded away a little bit. So I'm just touching it up. I'm loving these eyes. Like, I wish you guys could see them in person. They're really, really pretty. All right, so last we need brows and we need a lip color. And I could do a bold lip. I don't know, like I could go so many different ways with this eye look. Like it is really, really pretty. Let's do the brows while I think about what I'm going to use in my eyes. And I'm using this Wet n Wild pencil in Pretty in Mink to do my brows. I kind of want to wear my new jeans today. Even though I shaved my legs, I really should show my legs because when they're this smooth, it's like I need to take advantage of this because I really do hate shaving my legs. And I always like accidentally cut myself. So as you can see, this shade is dark, but it's like not dark enough. Like it comes off looking ashy and strange. So I'm gonna have to go in with a little bit of black. This is called Baby's Got Black. to kind of deepen up these brows a little bit. Working on these brows still, working on the brows still, working on these brows. Do. Give me all of you in exchange for me. I just have like random, y'all just already know that I have random songs stuck in my head all the time. All the time. Okay. All right. So I'm liking the brows. I'm loving them now. They're like nice and thin. This is like most realistic to how my brows would actually grow in. I have very thin brows. So I'm really liking the brows. I love the eye look. Very happy with this makeup look. I just need to figure out a freaking lip color. And the thing is, like, I could go bold. No, I just like messed up this eyeliner. I like broke the tip trying to put the cap back on. Really? So done. Okay. Why won't it just go back in? I don't want to break it more. That's because this isn't the right cap. You know, I don't even know what I've done here. This one goes in this one. Nope. I'm gonna have to figure this out there. Okay. Last but not least is lips. And like you could do a nice bold pink lip with this. You could do a nude lip. You could even do, I think, a purple lip too would actually be pretty with this look. I'm not sure. What color lip I want to do. Guys, I have too many options as well. Like, I have so many options for lip colors. I wish we could take a vote. Like, I want some excitement on lips. I know I don't want a straight up nude lip. Let me get this basket. Sorry, y'all can see my panties so well. I have my lipstick basket right here. Give me all of you in exchange. Ooh. Tulle. It's like nude, but still pink. That would be pretty. That's Beeper. Don't want Beeper. Tulle. This color. This is one of my favorite go-tos. Or even my Ultra Satin in Tulips would be pretty with this, but I'm going to do Tulle. You know, I kind of want to add a little bit of purple of this, like. Oh no, that's pretty. So last night I was on the phone with my frat brothers, and we were playing this game where I would read lyrics in like a stereotypical kind of like Southern accent, and he would have to try and guess the song. It was so funny. All right, so the last finishing touch I'm going to do for this look is I'm going to take Vermeer on my finger. And put that kind of as like a little topper to my lips. Just add a little bit of metallicness to them. So that it kind of mimics my eyes. So this is the completed look. I hope y'all like it. It's 2:02, perfect timing. I gotta be work at 3. Won't he do it? Hallelujah. And this is featuring the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. So yeah, I'm gonna get dressed. I think I'm gonna get cute today and take lots of selfies and just enjoy being a young, beautiful, black, single woman. And I love taking selfies. So yeah, again, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Let me know what else you want to see down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, thank you for your support. I love you all so very, very, very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, YouTube.